What up, y'all? Appreciate you showing up, hanging out, listening to my dumb ass. Like and subscribe. So, Xbox just did their double feature, the showcase, Xbox Game Showcase plus Bethesda Direct. I'm gonna take this slow. I wanna go game by game, but this first video is only gonna be about the first game, which it set the stage, let's just say. And that first game was Fable. Playground Games Fable. Now everybody was scared. Everybody heard all these rumors about, oh, they're having development problems and this and that and the third, and oh, they don't know what they're doing because they make car games and this isn't the car game, blah blah blah, right? That's not even what the issue was, or what. That's not even what the worries of us, the gamers, were. It's about getting the game right, getting the atmosphere, getting the humor right. And British humor is very particular. And by all accounts, to me, it perfect. Chef's kiss, because they modernized it. Phil Spencer said in the presentation, they modernized Fable for today's gamers, for today. Because a lot of people are like, oh, this isn't the same Fable. It's I was listening to the dealer's live reaction. And somebody on there was talking about, oh, this isn't the Fable I remember. I was like, good, because go play that game again. It's childish. It's a little kid's game. That's what that game is. This is for the people who played the first game as kids and grew up to be adults. And now, hey, you're an adult. Here's some adult humor for you. Here's some adult scenarios. Well, I don't know about that, but look. Okay, let's just go through it real quick. So the first dude, he's from the IT crowd. I totally forgot his name. I looked it up before. I totally forgot his name. It's Ayode. I forgot his first name. Theodore? I don't remember. Anyway, he's good. He's a very funny British actor. You know, like I said, he was in the IT crowd. He was in other things too, which I can't remember, which, forgive me. But how they set it up, they did a couple of things in that presentation, in that first video of Fable, in that, okay, the game's named Fable, right? So you can be like, oh, it was like the old Peter Molyneux Fable, or it's like a fable, like all the fables of your childhood, like Jack and the Beanstalk, or like, you know, the Three Bears, or whatever, you know, all the different Grimm fairy tales and all that stuff, all the fables that exist in the world from wherever they're from, Germany, or a lot of them are from Europe. They are leaning heavily into that, and that's perfect, because those are ingrained, those stories of, you know, the old little stories when you were a kid, Jack and the Beanstalk and all that stuff, they're ingrained in our generation, I would say, at least. And it's like an automatic, like, I don't want to say nostalgic, but it hits something inside, because it's like, oh yeah, Jack and the Beanstalk, let's see what their take is on it. And so he starts off, he's like, oh, there's warriors, there's this, that's this, that, agriculture. So he's like a vegetable nerd, right? And I'm like, okay, that's funny. And they show, you know, B-roll of like warriors and giant pumpkins and stuff. And it doesn't click into your head until you see the main character, which is a female, and she's a little person and he's the giant. And I was like, okay, you know what? All right, you got me on that one. I mean, besides the graphics being like, this is all in-game footage, and I believe there was some gameplay in it, like when she was in the forest fighting them fools, in the third-person wider shots, I think that was actually gameplay. So I was like, okay, I'm liking this. First of all, the graphics, yes. More so, the humor. And plus, like, she kicked one of the chickens, you know, hello, that's Fable, right? They did some callbacks. And then there was a dude like with a wheelbarrow. He's like, I forgot what he said, but it was perfect timing. It was really everything that I didn't know that I wanted or expected. They did everything right in that trailer, in that presentation for Fable, as far as not meeting expectations, because I didn't know what it was, but they have heightened my hype for it not even expectations, but I want to see more. I want to play this game. It's coming out in 2024 sometime. I would probably say fall 2024, give them enough time to really work it. But it just goes to show you that all this rumor stuff and all people saying, oh, this is in trouble, that's in trouble, you need to stop listening to that, because obviously what they're doing, the direction they're going, is the right direction for Fable. And I got no complaints. I always said Fable 2 was the best Fable. I didn't play Fable 3. It was like, seems a little weird. Especially at the end game when you're like the king, and so I was like, whatever. I just lost interest, and it was more about the mechanics and stuff and not about like the storytelling and the humor and the characters. I think that's where Fable kind of lost it a little bit. And this Fable seems like what Fable should have always been. Like in retrospect, you look at this Fable, you look at any other games that tackle the fairy tale stories of yesteryear and stuff, and you see, you know, how it's treated, how the material is treated. I mean, if we're talking specifically Fable, then this is the best Fable. I would say comparably, as far as fairy tale things, I would say that A Wolf Among Us is probably in the top echelon of story, fairy tale type of stories, twisted and stuff. But that's a detective noir, you know, type of game. It's not like a action RPG like Fable is. And once again, I do like it's like, not the essence, but it's the feeling that you get. It's like, if this was a movie, I wouldn't mind watching it, although it might not be that best of movies. But since this is a game, I'm like, yes, this is what I want, because I want to laugh at some funny stuff. The timing was great on the jokes and stuff. They hit it. Look, this whole presentation was a home run. You think about what Sony did with their PlayStation showcase. And you think about what the Jeff Keighley Summer Games Fest was. This first game, this Fable first, when they first, I was like, this is already better than both of those shows. What's going on now? What's going on in the industry where Xbox is showing everybody out? Is everybody creatively bankrupt? Is everybody seeing the writing on the wall and saying, oh shoot, we need to make money. So Sony's like, games and service, let's go. Forgetting about everything else. And Jeff Keighley's like, I need some commercials. So we put some planes. We put some Sweet Tooth in your show. I mean, although Jeff Keighley's show was a little better, it's still, I was like, I had no expectations once again for this show. I was like, it'll probably be better than the two shows that we just saw. And that first Fable, I was like, that's how you set your stage. They're so confident in what they got, what they're giving us as far as gamers, that they're like, Fable, here you go, bam, first game Fable. What was the first game on the Sony thing? It was the multiplayer thing that was like weird. I can't remember what it was called. Play games, something, profit, cash games, whatever. It doesn't matter. It was dumb. Games and service, that's all it was. And it was a CG trailer. All these games that Microsoft, the first party Microsoft games, were all in engine, or I would say some gameplay, but in engine, which means close. It'll be close to what they're showing you, because in engine, they can make it look real good. When it's pre-rendered in engine, it'll look better, but it's a glimpse into the possibility of it looking. I mean, they did the same thing with The Last of Us and Uncharted games. They do all that in-engine stuff beforehand and stuff, you know. So, look, I got more videos coming. I'm gonna go game by game. Maybe I'll group a few of them together because some of them are indies, which is fine. But I appreciate y'all hanging out. Let me know what y'all think about. Let's just do it game by game. Like I said, let me know what you think about Fable, just Fable, and we're gonna keep the videos coming. I'll probably say one a day, but maybe a couple a day, and we can see, you know, how this whole show kind of measures up to whatever else is going on in the industry, the Sony show and the Keighley show. But once again, appreciate y'all, and I'll catch you on the next one. Tilt the way down.